Have you ever noticed that two people can face the same situation, the same failure, the same pressure, the same odds, and one of them rises, while the other gives up? Same world, same problems, very different outcomes. The difference is not talent, it's not luck, it's not where they were born or how much money they had. The difference is mindset, because the truth is simple, but uncomfortable. Life doesn't reward the strongest, the smartest, or the fastest. Life rewards the ones who refuse to quit. The lie we're all taught from a young age. We're taught something dangerous. We're taught that winners are special, that successful people are built differently, that confident people never doubt themselves. That's a lie. Every winner you admire has doubted themselves. Every strong person has felt weak. Every confident person has felt afraid. The difference is not that they didn't feel those things. The difference is that they didn't let those feelings decide their actions. Winning is not about never struggling. Winning is about continuing despite the struggle. What a winning mindset really is. A winning mindset is not positive thinking all the time. It's not pretending everything is okay. It's not motivation quotes or hype speeches. A winning mindset is this: no matter what happens, I will find a way forward. Not a perfect way, not an easy way. Just a way. People with this mindset don't wait for confidence. They act while they're afraid. They don't wait for clarity. They move while things are uncertain. They don't wait for motivation. They move because movement creates motivation. You don't need to feel ready. One of the biggest reasons people lose in life is because they wait to feel ready. They say, I'll start when I'm confident. I'll try when I know I won't fail. I'll move when the fear goes away. But fear doesn't disappear before action. Fear disappears because of action. Confidence is not something you find. Confidence is something you build, and it's built the same way every time, by keeping promises to yourself, even small ones, especially small ones. Winners focus on control, not comfort. Most people live like this. They chase comfort and avoid discomfort. Winners do the opposite. They chase control over their mind, their habits, their reactions. They understand something most people never do. Comfort feels good now, but costs you later. Discomfort feels hard now, but pays you later. That workout you don't want to do, that conversation you're avoiding, that risk you're scared to take, those are not obstacles, those are doorways, and on the other side of those doorways is growth. Failure is not the enemy. Let's clear this up right now. Failure is not the enemy. Avoiding failure is the enemy, because every time you avoid failure, you also avoid learning, you avoid growth, you avoid progress. Winners fail more than anyone else. They just don't stop at failure. They fail, they learn, they adjust, they try again, while others fail once and let that moment define their entire future. Stop taking everything personally. Here's another mindset shift that changes everything. Not everything is about you. Rejection doesn't always mean you weren't good enough. Silence doesn't always mean you weren't valued. Failure doesn't always mean you weren't capable. Sometimes things don't work because they weren't meant to. Winners don't internalize every setback. They analyze it, learn from it, and move on. They don't say, I'm not good enough. They ask, what can I do better next time? That question alone separates winners from quitters. Discipline beats motivation. Every time motivation is emotional, it comes and goes. Discipline is a decision. Winners don't rely on how they feel. They rely on what they decided. They show up on bad days. They work when they're tired. They keep going when no one is watching, because they understand this. You don't win by being excited once. You win by being consistent for a long time. Small actions done daily create massive results over time. Control your inner voice. Every person has two voices inside them. One says, quit, this is too hard, you're not good enough. The other says, keep going, you can handle this, one more step. Winners are not people who don't hear the negative voice. They're people who don't obey it. They question it. They challenge it. They replace it. Instead of, I can't do this, they say, I'm learning how to do this. Instead of, I failed, they say, that didn't work, what's next? Language shapes identity. Identity shapes behavior. Change the words you use with yourself, and you change the direction of your life. Patience is a superpower. We live in a world obsessed with speed, quick success, instant results, overnight wins, but real winners understand something deeper. Great things take time. They don't panic when progress is slow. They don't quit when results aren't immediate. They trust the process because they trust themselves. They understand that being consistent for years beats being intense for weeks. You will be tested, let me be honest with you. If you adopt a winning mindset, life will test you. You'll have days where nothing works. Moments where you question everything. Times where quitting feels logical. That's not a sign you're doing something wrong. That's a sign you're growing. Pressure doesn't destroy strong people. It reveals them. The winning mindset in one sentence, if you remember nothing else. Remember this. Winners don't wait for life to get easier. They get stronger. They don't beg for motivation. They build discipline. They don't wait for permission. They take responsibility. They don't ask, what if I fail? They ask, what if I don't try? Final message: you don't need a new life. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need approval. You need a decision. A decision to show up again. A decision to keep going. A decision to stop quitting on yourself. Because the mindset that wins every time is not about never falling. It's about always getting back up. And that mindset is available to you right now. Not someday. Not when things are easier. Now.